Right, guys, in these tutorials, we are going to look at states in React. Remember where we left off last time? We're looking at this button that performs an action when you click on the button. Now, when we talk of state in React, what is state? State is a built-in React object that is used to contain data or information about the component in a particular time. So the React component has data about that component that is being rendered at that particular time. That data can be updated, it can be changed using what we know as prop over time. Now we are going to look at an example how this works. Let's assume we have a name variable. We call our name John Doe. Okay, and we need to output this name in our template. So we can put our name in a p tag, put our curly braces in our template. We call name here. As soon as we do that, you see immediately it renders. Our component has been rendered and you see the name John Doe. But what if we need to change this name? How do we go about it? We want the name to be changed by clicking this button. Okay, let's go ahead and create another variable inside here. Let's also call this name. And we are going to set this name to another name. Let's say Peter. Okay. And we want to update this name from John Doe to Peter each time we do this click. But now let's check this if it is going to work as expected. If we click this, you see nothing happens. We are not updating this name from John Doe to Peter. But let's see if this function is being called. So we'll console.log. What are we logging out? Name. And let's see how that one is going to. Okay, now I'll refresh my page. Look at that. As soon as I click, it outputs Peter. But this Peter is not updating this name. So in React, there is something that we call a React being reactive to changes. For React to be reactive in changes, there is something that we use called hook, useState hook, which we are going to use here to solve this problem and make React to be reactive. For us to use React hook, we are going to import it up here. Import, we destructure it. What are we destructuring? useState from React. So we are destructuring useState from React, and then we are going to use it inside here. For the meantime, I'm going to delete this and I will just comment out this name. Okay, so for us to use useState, this is how we are going to use it. useState, and then we pass in our initial name, John Doe. Now, the value that this state is going to retain, we can store that value in a variable so that we can use it down here. So the way we do that is by doing array destructuring. So now whatever this use state is going to return, it will return two things. Now, the first one, we can call it anything. The first one can be called name. And by convention, the way we call the second one is using this keyword set and then whatever we call this first one. And we do it with camel casing. So, name. So that is how it's being done by convention. We destructure this from useState. This is our initial value that we are passing to our state, John Doe, which is going to be stored inside name. And then if we want to update this our state, this value name, we want to update this one name, the only way we can do to update this name is to use this other value here, set name, to update our name variable. Now, we can click, let me show you this. I'll click on this. No, without even clicking on this, you'll see that John Doe is already here, which is being called by this template here. We already have our John Doe here. But now I want John Doe to come up only when we click this. I want to set John Doe to another name when we click this button. I want it to change the name. So I will come inside my function and I will do set name. I will do set name. I want to set my name now to Max Afansko Dev. This is the name that I want to set now. Okay, we are going to try that. What are we doing? When we click this button on click event, it calls this function handle event. This function handle event is going to set this name from John Doe to Max Afansko. Let's see that, and then it's going to render it here. Initially, if we refresh our page, we are going to have, we're supposed to have John Doe. And then if you click this, it changes the state of our component from John Doe to Max Afansko Dev. Guys, can you see that? That is the power of useState. But now, what if let's make another example. Let's use another state again this time, and also take note that this value here can be any data type. It can be an object, can be a string, can be number, can be anything. It just depends on you. So this now, let's call this H, and by convention we are going to make this to set H. Okay, so this will be equals to useState. And what's our value? Let's put 35. Let's say this person is 35 years old. Then we are going to come here. So this name that is in our state now is John Doe. So John Doe is age, okay, 30 years old. Yeah, so this is what we should have. John Doe is 30 years old. Let me refresh, go away with these error messages. John Doe is 30 years old. What is happening here? Let me shift this. Come on. Well, that's fine. Shift it this way so you can see well. Okay. John Doe is 35 years old. Now I want to set my age to something else. So set state has to set the age and the name. So I want to set the new age to 40. Now you look at this, nothing happens. is still the same. But now when I click this, it should change the name, set my name to Max Afansko, and is 40 years old. So that is how useState is used in React.